You may be wondering why I am holding this khaki military uniform and wearing this hat. My name is Blanca Leva, and a little over a year and a half ago, I decided to join the Corps Cadets of Texas A&M, which is a military organization. As I began my transition with the Corps, I began to worry because I was not losing weight as fast as my female buddies. We weighed about the same, we were eating the same things, and we were doing about the same physical training. But after a few days of observing them, I noticed that whenever I was drinking sugary drinks, they were drinking water. I went to visit my doctor, and I actually told him about my concerns, and he gave me information on sugar-sweetened beverages. As soon as I got to my dorm, I decided to do more research through scholarly peer-reviewed articles. And my goal in these few minutes is to simply give you more information on the sugar-sweetened beverages so that you will also have a better understanding on this topic. Why listen to you? Why is this important to me? How does this relate to me, you may be wondering? As college students, we strive to get good grades, and good grades lead to studying, and studying means being focused, and being focused as to sugar, or in this case, sugary drinks. My motivation to give you this information is to simply help you gain a greater aspect of knowledge when relating to sugary drinks. Today, in discussing my research about the sugar-sweetened beverages, we'll begin to discuss the beverages, then we will look at the tax, and we will finish with the health. Let's begin to discuss the beverages. Assuming that we have all visited a grocery store, we have seen the aisles and aisles of sugary drinks like these. But did you know that there is actually a soda tax proposal? According to the prestigious American Journal of Health, through the contribution of Dr. Powell, a professor at the University of Chicago, he states that sugar-sweetened beverages, also commonly known as SSBs, have little or no nutritional value to our lives, which are known as empty calories. This same article also states that state and local legislators have proposed taxes that range from 1 cent to 2 cents per ounce, which mean that the price would go from 20 to 35% of the original price, which would have a significant impact on the price of the sugary drinks. Which beverages would get taxed, you may be wondering? As stated in the Biomedical Center Public Health Journal through the collaborative work of Dr. Escobar, any beverage that has added sugar or caloric sweetener, including sodas, teas, flavored waters, and energy drinks, would get taxed. Now that you understand the beverages, let's begin to discuss the tax. If the soda tax proposal were to get passed, how would this impact our country? As Dr. Powell addresses in the New England Journal of Medicine, taxation is possibly the best strategy to improve the nation's nutrition, raise revenue to combat our health problems, and recover medical and insurance costs. Dozens of cities and states have already tried to implement proposed soda tax, but for this tax to actually make a difference in our lives, it would have to actually be pretty big. In fact, according to this same article, a national tax of a penny per ounce on sugar-sweetened beverages would generate about $14 billion alone per year and $39 billion on 3 years. With this in mind, now that you understand the beverages and the tax, let's move on to discuss the health. Why would anyone want to tax the sugar drinks? It's not only to add another tax to our lives. In fact, Dr. McConnell explains in the PLOS Medicine Journal that the consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages is not only linked to obesity, but it also appears to have an increased risk of diabetes, hypertension, coronary heart disease, dental erosion, higher blood pressure, and a higher risk of a stroke. This growing epidemic is having a major health impact in our country, and the health experts and policymakers believe that when passing this tax, it would actually reduce the consumption of the sugar-sweetened beverages. As stated by the collaborative work of Dr. Danowski in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, he states that on average Americans drink about 45 gallons of sugar-sweetened beverages alone per year. That is about the same as the weight of a 5-year-old, which is a lot. Today, in discussing my research, we have about sugar-sweetened beverages. We began to discuss the beverages, then we looked at the tax, and we finished with the health. My goal today was to simply inform you on the sugar-sweetened beverages so that you would have a better understanding on this topic. With the information provided, you should have learned more about the sugar-sweetened beverages in general, on what the tax could do to our country, and the health problems associated with the consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages. A little over a year and a half ago, the Corps Cadets allowed me to see that the consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages was affecting my life. So the next time that you go to a grocery store, let's say you look at an energy drink, take a minute to look at the nutritional label and the ingredients to see how much sugar you are consuming. Because remember, knowledge is power.